So the big question is this: how are creators like us, who aren't built for the 9 to 5, for the people who put their passion before them being comfortable, how do we turn that passion into a living that pays the bills and a life that we love? That is the question. This podcast will give you the answers. My name is Noah Mittman, and welcome to Conversations with Creators.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Creators. I am your host and resident video marketer, Noah Mittman, and joining me today is Erin Sudmalis with Rugged Recess Games. Thank you for being on the pod.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me, Noah.
We are in the same neighborhood, so it is it's funny. We could have totally met up in person, but this is easy. We're doing the lazy version.
Okay. It's just starting to warm up again, too. So
Yeah, I know. Oh, thank God.
it's going to drop tomorrow for your game. So
I'm so excited. It's gonna be rough. So tomorrow, well, when this comes out, it'll be past. But tomorrow, I am playing in the my team is playing in the Evergreen hockey tournament, and the low is 10 and the high is 19. So it'll be
too bad.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be moving around and stuff, but that's gonna be a cold start to the morning for sure. 'Cause I think our first games are like 8:15 or something.
Ooh, that is kind of, but I wish you guys well. So
Oh yeah, we're gonna kill it.
How
We'll
many-
probably
teams?
if we get 5 goals in like 3 games, I'll be really happy. We got our asses handed to us last year. We didn't win a single game because it's a completely different game than like with a goal with the wood. We also have not practiced it this year, so it's gonna be fun. We'll drink some beers. We'll have a good time.
Awesome. That's what it's all about. That's what I came up. Why Rugged Recessing.
100%. That's a perfect. Yeah. Tell me the story about like kind of what inspired Rugged Recess and that journey for you.
So for me, I've worn many different hats throughout the last 20, 30 years. And I actually experienced a traumatic brain injury in December from my dog.
Oh my God.
And that created this opportunity. Well, it wasn't even just an opportunity. The doctor's orders said, Erin, you need to rest and do dark room therapy. And so then I was doing dark room therapy, which meant no electronics, no TV, no nothing. And though I came up with this idea the summer before, it came to real fruition when I'm doing this dark room therapy. And I'm like, all right, let's have fun where adults 21 and plus get to be a big kid again. And for me, I want my big kid to play too. And so I am so excited that I created this event, 21 and older. We're looking at 10 to 12, like if you think of your field day when you're a kid, field day events, so like tug of war, dodgeball, either the hop-alongs I'm thinking, or big wheel races.
Yeah.
With
I might have to hire out a videographer to cover this so I can come play. Because I do anyway.
Wait, that would be. And then what's great is that all day we're going to be doing these events, so 10 to 12 events, and then alongside there will also be drinking versions where we can do, don't spill your beer, slip and slide, or flip a cup, or beer pong. And then
Oh my God.
the night will be a concert. And so
That's so epic. Well, that's an interesting point though about being a kid again, because I really think that creators in general are adults who have not let their kid die.
I would absolutely agree with you. Yeah. And what's been exciting for me too is like each day I'm leaning more and more into it.
Yeah.
Because I was doing the traditional thing for many years. And so I'm like, oh my God, I'm loving this. Hello, Erin. Hello.
Good to meet you again.
It's nice to meet you again. And let's spread the joy.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, what inspired the name?
So I love, we live in Evergreen.
Yeah.
And I love.
Got to be a little rugged here.
Got to be a little rugged here.
A little bit.
Just a little, exactly. And so, coming from the mountains, I've lived here in the mountains for nearly 22 years.
Nice.
Mainly Evergreen, but let's see, Steamboat Springs and then Estes. So I've always loved the feeling of being in the mountains and being a little mountain woman.
Yep.
So hence rugged. And then the recess, I just think back to when I was a kid and I'm like, oh my God, it was so fun, and just
to his recess as a kid.
exactly.
Yeah.
I just met with a friend before this podcast, and she said, "This is amazing. I want to come. I can't wait to play." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Job and come work with you." And so I keep hearing,
I mean, you get
like,
the good feedback over and over, and you're on the right track.
correct, and yeah, like you said, leaning into the our inner child, our yeah, because I think we sometimes think, okay, we get to be this age, and then time to adult.
Right.
And so I think it's important for all of us to say, hey, it's okay to be a big kid. It's okay to be silly. It's okay to let loose. And yeah, my goal is to have, multiple days throughout the state of Colorado that people get to do that. And then the goal is also Las Vegas and Hawaii this year. So,
I mean, listen, Las Vegas, party capital of basically the world. That makes complete sense. So, on the website, there's kind of a mission of like good, clean fun while building a meaningful and purposeful life. How does that kind of impact? Like, where did that come in for you, and how do you want that kind of reflected in your events?
So one of the big things that I knew I wanted it to be a part of Rugged Recess was to have a big community involvement, and also the opportunity to the host towns to give back to nonprofits that are either in the town or around the surrounding area. So 10% of everything that comes into Rugged Recess will be going back out. The goal is to do 4 to 5 nonprofits per event. And so, with this first year, and I'm very optimistic as well. I've done the research and stuff, but I would like to give at least 5 to 10,000 to each of the 4 or 5 profits per town. Yeah. And then also just to generate revenue within the town.
And, talk about giving back within each of the communities. $10,000 is a real big deal for nonprofits. That's a significant amount for their year. And that, in terms of making a difference, I think that's a huge component to add into it.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, and the ones that are up right now are close to my heart. So, Rocket Me, yep, is where actually my brother.
Again, I think I talked over you.
Oh, me?
I think I talked over you. What's the name of it again?
Oh, Rocky Mountain Academy of Evergreen, or RME, and so that's been in our family. Well, my parents used to teach there. My brother, who's now in his 30s, went there. And then now my little kiddo goes there. And so then, I'm like, for sure with them. And then the Evergreen Chamber of Commerce, it's huge, it helps keep all those small businesses.
Nancy's fantastic.
Nancy, yes. And Courtney's amazing too.
Oh, yeah, of course, Courtney. How come? We love you, Courtney.
Yeah.
Never mean to leave you out. You're awesome.
And then the third is, of course, Evergreen Parks and Rec, because the Evergreen event will be at Buchanan Field. And so I'm like, for sure there. And plus, we use them for volleyball lessons and leagues and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm actually open to 1 to 2 more nonprofits that we're looking for because I would love to give back.
I think that will be not a problem. There's a lot to choose from here that I think will be very into this.
Well, that is true. Yes.
What, in your kind of dream, because I know it's kind of, we're getting going with this, what would how do you think about the design of the event and like the flow of it?
So where I'm at now, and as each day passes, it's getting more precise. But how I envision it is to have the event open likely at 11, and then go 11 to 1 where there's VIP entry. And so then there's a limited number. So I think it's 625 is the number. But they have access to everything before everybody else. And then from 11 till or 1 to 6-ish, then, for everybody to be there having fun, doing the games. And then also the drinking and the drinking games, and then having the vendors with the food and microbrews. And then come 6, 7 o'clock. We're getting some live music and some great bands.
Party time.
I want to have some DJs throughout the day spinning and creating a vibe with some retro music anywhere from the 60s to, the O's. And
it would be cool to like do kind of a time travel thing where like starts older and then comes newer throughout the day.
Yes. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Because hope is each station will have its own theme. So like one of the things I'd like to see is like disco limbo and
yeah.
And so then
so you're gonna have like that's actually similar to because I filmed for GABF this year, Great American Beer Festival, and they had these different like lands. So they had like a Halloween land and sports land and Oktoberfest land and all that. So it's kind of something similar.
Yes. Yeah. So my goal is to have with all these different events and stations that it'll be themed in something. So like because one of the themes I think is for either for the big wheels is maybe like a heavy metal station, what I mean? And then I'm also encouraging, and there'll be prizes, where if people are dressing up in theme, I want to see people coming all out in their themes. So like
love it.
Mohawks, colored hair, if you think 1980s, Whitney Houston, Madonna, or we're going disco. We got the fro and the bell bottoms.
You know how you do that is you have a costume contest per theme.
Okay, I like that.
So like prizes for the best costume within a specific theme, because then people are gonna like really go for it.
Love it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I myself have been planning. I mean, I've been talking with my hairstylist. I'm like, can we do a mohawk?
Yeah, like a real big one.
Yeah. So that, or I might, do a 80s kind of mohawky mullet thing. So we'll see. We'll see how much I'm going to lean into that.
Yeah. So of all the kind of game concepts that you have, do you have one that's like the wildest or most out of the box?
Not as of yet. I mean, I'm sticking pretty because one that this friend mentioned today, she's like, "What about mud? Something to do with mud wrestling?" I'm like, because I said I could see that getting kind of little.
Yeah. That little old school movie style. No, I mean honestly, just the slip and slide, don't spill your beer is pretty wild. That's gonna be a fun one.
I can't wait because I mean, yeah, and to video all that.
Oh my god, that's slow motion gold right there.
So I can't wait. That one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the big wheel thing. So yeah, I'm still trying, and actually I might even do a survey to see what people would want. Because I want.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I want especially this first year, I want all the events to be the best. I want to deliver the best we can with everything we're putting out there. So I'm trying to put forth, the best vendors. So I'm interviewing all the vendors, the food, even doing tasting of the food. I just want a top notch because I want the experience to last and be memorable.
That's how you do it. Make it the best it can be. Absolutely. Yeah. Spray. I think it will. All right. Random question. I've had some fun with these. If you could challenge any celebrity to one of your games, who would it be and what game would you choose?
Oh my gosh, that's a really good one. Ooh. Okay. So I think it'd be kind of fun to do somebody from like The Hangover.
100%. Yeah.
Or I was like, what'd be really hilarious too is if I challenged the Dalai Lama.
It's like this scene from freaking oh my god, Ace Ventura when all the monks are partying because he's leaving.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
The one that came to my mind was the comedian Bert Kreischer.
Okay,
because he's like the big party guy.
That would be awesome. Yes, because I was thinking Zach. What's his last name?
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah,
that would be funny. So because there's obviously like a lot of different styles of people coming to this because it's within the community and there's, some physical stuff going on. How are you kind of thinking about making things that are like not the inclusive, but like that kind of everybody can participate in and have fun with? Like nobody's going to be, left out because of, who they are.
So there'll be different levels.
Nice.
And then also the goal is to pair people by maybe age range and or ability, so
Nice.
be like, I'm a novice, I'm advanced,
I think just the age range is a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, because they do that in my hockey leagues. They have like an over 60 league. So you're not,
Okay.
a 60-year-old isn't, I mean, there still are like 60-year-olds in my league, but that one specifically is a little bit like slower paced and they can do their thing.
Okay. Yeah, because I just want to make sure. I mean, the main thing is for people to have fun, for people to be safe. And then, I just want everybody to walk away feeling like I got to be a big kid for a day.
100%. Oh my God. See, this is the fun part of like the creative. Have you considered maybe having like a bigger-ish kiddie pool and doing a belly flop contest?
Oh, okay. That would be funny though.
I know that cruises do that a lot.
Okay, it's hilarious. Oh my God, that'd be so great. All right, I like it.
Heck yeah.
One thing I was talking about is like, I'd have to look at what that would look like, but if the losers had to go on in the dunk tank or something,
Yeah, totally.
and the winners got to throw the ball or something.
I love it.
So
Fantastic.
yeah, so I'm just like, okay, yeah. So I mean, that's what's great about this is like there is, especially this first year, there's a lot of fluidity.
Yeah.
And I would think my hope is like each year as it progresses, and some of the concepts and games will change because you got to keep it fresh and stuff like that. But
like flagships, and then you have your new ones.
Yeah. So, but what's fun is like what we're doing is like coming up with these ideas. It's like, what would I like to do? And with so whoever I talk to, I'm like, yes, I love it.
So that's a perfect leeway into this. So this is all about fun. So how do you kind of think the concept of fun should be integrated more into society and structures and events in general?
That is a great question. Because I mean, I outside of this, I've loved having fun, in multitude of different ways. But I think it would be good, for all of us. What I think this does is it gives some of us permission to let go. You know what I mean? And like just be kooky, crazy fun for the day and, just let it go. And then you can go back. And that's why one of the main reasons I'm like doing it on a Saturday. So if people are partaking in adult beverages, then they have Sunday to
have a day to recover.
Correct. But then, I mean, my hope is it just lasts and it has this ripple effect of joy. You know what I mean? Like, wow, I got to be a big kid.
Yeah.
And I got to be a big kid with some of my best friends, or I met some really cool people, or I saw live music and let go.
This reminds me a lot of the movie, The Buddy Games. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's been a minute though.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's just again, they're like the friends coming together to like have a good time and spend time and mess with each other and just have a blast. I think it's super healthy and we all, especially God, with the climate of the world and with the all the yelling back and forth, just to be able to come together and just be like, hey, we're just humans, let's have some fun.
Exactly. So yeah, the political hat is off. The whatever, a person believes in, it's all off. We're all just here to have fun together. And who cares about that other stuff? So
100%.
Yeah.
So you kind of mentioned a little bit, but like you're planning on, so talk to me about like the next year or so. So you're planning on starting in Colorado with a couple different things and then you're going from there.
So the goal is, this year will be three major events in Colorado. So the goal is, Evergreen, Northern Colorado, and then somewhere in the South. So it's either going to be Colorado Springs or Parker. And then there will be some mini ruggeds in there because I just trying to get the buzz out there. So people, I mean, it existed before. So it's like, this is what we're about. And so to do that throughout Colorado. So I'm thinking maybe one up here and then a couple places down the hill somewhere. So maybe Arvada or Denver, something of that sort. And then Evergreen will be the last event in Colorado. So that'll be August 2nd. But then the goal is to go to Las Vegas in October. We will be having a celebratory event for all the sponsors. And then my goal, and I'm dreaming big, but if you don't dream, is to even have a car giveaway. So throughout all the ruggeds, people are putting in their name because I've reached out to
Nice.
And so, somebody will win this ultimate prize of a car.
Epic.
Be drawn in November, and then we'll go to Hawaii because I love Hawaii.
Yeah.
I would just love to be there and spread the joy. So projecting next year, I mean, with how this is projected, I see it, spreading very quickly.
Yeah, I agree.
And then my goal is to focus on warmer states earlier and later. And
you can have it completely like kind of have the travel of like, what does the weather look like in different places and take it national.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. This is good. Watch this. Like I'm predicting this is like, we're talking about this and like, give it like 2 to 4 years. And this is like a staple, like Tough Mudder.
I agree. And I know a good photographer that's going to be coming along for the ride.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will be documenting this whole journey and putting out just the most fun. My job will make this to be. What's nice is like, so like I'll get jobs for events where I'm like, they're like trying to make this look like the best time ever, and I'm like, I'm gonna try. And then this one, I'm just like, I literally just point the camera anywhere, and this is gonna be epic.
Exactly. That's what's so exciting is that I want it to be contagious and just spread the joy and like. Yeah, the FOMO. You're
FOMO.
Yeah.
The FOMO.
Yep.
That might have to be like, that might have to be like a
don't get FOMO.
Big thing on the video is like, FOMO is real and it's right here.
Exactly. Don't get FOMO'd.
Don't get FOMO'd. Come to Rugged Recess. So, a couple of rapid fire questions here. What is one of your favorite quotes and why?
Ooh. Well, it's part of Robert Frost's, basically the road less traveled.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's, it is the road less traveled, and it's about leaning into, though, we don't know what's on the road, and there are often many choices to make which path to take. And sometimes it is leaning into the one that's like, oh, I don't know about this. But then there's just something intrinsic, like with this, for me, I'm just like, I'm leaning into this because it just feels right. And what's interesting about it is how flow is created from that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I've just noticed like this flow of happening with Rugged Recess. Though, sometimes the gremlins are in there going, I'm about this. But I'm like, be quiet.
Exactly.
And so to me, I just watched a podcast. It was actually this morning about, anxiety, and where this doctor, I can't recall her name, but she was on the Mel Robbins podcast. Mm-hmm. And she said, so now take that fear and you're going to do the exact opposite of what your fear is telling you. So like these gremlins are, that are in my head, oh, I don't know if you can do this. It's basically telling those gremlins, I can do this.
Yeah.
And so... yeah, it's been.
I love that idea so much of like that. By the way, talk about like how to create courage and resilience in yourself is actively do the opposite of what the negative voices are telling you.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Thank you.
I really like that. No, because like, it's, people are like, how do I get past my, all my hangups and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, just, hey, stop listening to them, or B, like, show them who's boss and just do the opposite.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, since the TBI too, the other thing I've been doing is I am the past is the past. That's swept away. I'm leaning into the present and the future because I mean, it's like, yep, those are meant for lessons and not for, ball and chain. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's go, girl. Let's go. This is brilliant.
That was one of the crazy concepts, is like this moment, and then this moment, and then this moment are actually all that exists. Everything else is like something like that you can think about, or like, you don't know, like, the past is the past. You can talk about it and learn from it. The future hasn't happened yet. Really, all you have is like second to second this existence.
Exactly.
That's all that actually exists.
Exactly. And what the beauty of it is, and what's like Rugged Recess is all about. But I mean, if you think of kids, that's all they are.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like I'm getting back there, and I'm like, yes, love it.
When that feeling of freedom is so much like, that's what you chase when you don't have it. That's like that is the feeling to keep going on. That is, when you're excited, like, again, me talking to you about working on this, like, this is I'm just like, yeah, oh my God, this is like, finally I get some like just pure fun. And I
Nice.
fucking hold up. I do manifestation quite a bit.
Oh, nice.
And one of them is my world is filled with fun, interesting, and inspiring work.
Ooh, nice.
And yeah, so just like, again, having like doing jobs that are just literally fun is part of what I'm trying, because I'm like, it's already crazy enough running my own company. I want to have clients that just are a blast, and like, it's just like, this is like the best. This is why you do your own thing.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, because I made the shift and the decision. I'm like, I want to get paid to have fun, basically. You know what I mean?
100%.
And then all these friends and the new friends I'm going to make get to do it too. So, yep.
I mean, that's literally the best life you could possibly have.
Exactly. And what's beautiful about it too is I because before we started, we were talking about our kids, and so I get to pass that on to my daughter.
And I mean, what also just like a good lesson, and we do the same, is like like they learn the majoritively through actions. So seeing you chasing down this dream and smiling so much and laughing, and like, they're like, that can be what life is. Holy crap. Like, you can have a really good time with the work that you do, and that's what's possible. Because I'm sure that there's so many other things that she sees that, doesn't line up with that. Like, my mom's doing it right.
Exactly. And I mean, I could even say before this, I was just, I was going through the motions, going to work, and it became mundane. My passion, though I would do a great, I wanted to provide a great service. It's just different,
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our society, we're just a cog in the wheel doing our thing. And sometimes we're just so wrapped up in the everyday blah, 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 that you're on the hamster wheel.
Yep.
So yeah, I feel like I'm off the hamster wheel, and I'm freewheeling it as a hamster now. So
you broke out of the cat. Yeah, exactly. You're in the hamster ball, and you're going wherever you want to go.
Yes,
you're going down a mountain in the hamster ball.
Exactly. Ooh, that's a good idea. Those giant.
Oh shit! That and they have you can, I don't know if it's like a service, but you can get like, they'll have the one where you can actually stand your feet on them, and you can like play soccer with it.
Oh, okay.
Just not you bump into everybody. The craziest shit I've seen with that is they do it at rodeos, and they'll release like 5 people in a bull, and the bull, you should see videos. It's crazy. The bull just sends people like 15 feet in the air.
Oh my God, that's gonna go on social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's wild, dude. Rodeos are crazy.
Rodeo. What calling that? Like rodeo soccer? Rodeo.
Yeah, I'm sure what they call it, the ball, the like blow up. But you should like just look at the like inflatable ball soccer or something,
Okay.
and or I guess soccer works because it's the only thing that's sticking out.
So great.
But like no, I mean call it like full contact soccer.
Okay.
The more you can knock people down, it's encouraged.
I would agree. Yes.
What is I'm gonna hit you with a hard one, ready? What is the title of your memoir?
Ooh. Lemonade.
Oh,
I've already started writing it.
oh shit. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Why lemonade?
Taking lemons and making lemonade.
Lemonade.
That's
I
right.
love it.
And that, find your lemon tree, your grove, you know what I mean? Find the people that can be in your grove, your tribe.
Yep.
And then there you go. We're all making lemonade. Yep.
I love it. That's how to do it. Well, I'm actually interested because it might be the same answer, but outside of the career and the thing that you're building, what is a hobby that kind of makes you relax and takes you away from it?
So yeah, I love being outside. So like hiking, my goal is hopefully sooner than later. I used to run, and do competitive racing, just 5Ks and 10Ks, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I also like getting out with friends. So like tonight we're going bowling.
Yeah.
I love, yeah, I can nerd out sometimes and watch movies or read books. I enjoy. I love animals, so I have 3 dogs, so it's often with the dogs.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then I may sound cheesy, but I love being a mom. I love watching my kid thrive and see, and maybe that's part of where this came from too, is like, because as a parent as well, is you get to, like, for me, being a parent, it allows you to see through your children's eyes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. 100%.
So to see through her eyes, so when she's like doing sports or singing or whatever she's into, it just, I don't know.
Just that big smile where they're like, "Oh my God, this is awesome." You're like, "I remember that feeling." And I'm getting it again because you are.
Exactly. Yep.
No, that's great. Being a parent is truly like, it is both the most rewarding and fun thing and hands down the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Not even close. Like, not even close.
Correct. There is no manual.
No.
Yep. Agreed. Yeah. So like the best.
You don't get to like give up and like, oh no, I'm done for like, you don't get to do that.
Nope. Not a choice.
If you're a decent person, I should say. But
and I would agree with that. Is that you want to be the best parent you can be.
Yeah.
Like my daughter, I want her to have a better life than I ever had. And then it just continues to grow.
Keep going. 100%.
Exactly.
So we've talked a lot about it. I'd love to kind of roll out the red carpet from you. Where can people find what you're doing, what you're about, and how to get involved?
So we are on Facebook. So there's Rugged Recess on Facebook. And then the website is www.ruggedrecessgames.com. And then as the months progress, it's going to be, I'm going to be putting it all over Google and
all the socials,
all the stuff.
I'll tell you now that at least for now, the TikTok is saved.
Yes,
that's the timeline that we're in right now. And this comes anyway. This type of content for TikTok will blow up. All social media, but like I think TikTok specifically, the attention that it has in society. This is like what it's built for.
So TikTok is now officially back?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's an extension on it. I should say the app is up. So like the app is not down anymore, and I think it will, but like it's looking very positive.
Okay, because I was about to go on there, and then I'm like, where did they go?
Oh yeah, it's back. You should still start it now for sure. And I would grab the usernames and stuff, and we can talk about that. But yeah, go check her out. If you're a nonprofit, check her out. If you want to be a vendor, check it out. All the stuff. If you want to donate, Speaking of which, for Vegas, I have a buddy that is actually a client as well, who has a burnout truck, he built a Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story, and he does burnouts with it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So we should do that.
Yes, that is awesome.
It's wild. I'll show you the video.
No, that's odd.
Yeah. That's going to be part of his plan for this year is to book events like this. So like where he can just go do a burnout, showcase.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Loud and smoky and awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
And then he gets out and starts waving the American flag around. And it's like, music blaring. It's great.
Oh, that is awesome. Is he all dressed up too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's in a suit because it's, you got to have the fire retardant. But I'm sure he'll keep going with that. But it's a blast.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Let's talk.
Well, awesome. Everybody who is watching and listening, thank you for joining us for another episode. And Erin, thank you. And I will. If you want, I messed up the words. I have a certain way of saying it. If I don't say it, my brain's like, "What are you doing?"
Okay.
If you're watching and listening, I will see you next time.